Peter, good to see you back at the training ground looking well. Nice for the guys to get back into training today off the back of the win on Tuesday night.
Players have worked exceptionally hard the last few games, and it's nice for them to get a reward. You know, Chorley they worked hard, Maidenhead they worked hard. You know, Sutton the 2 games we had to work very hard. So whenever they get that positive result, it makes it easier coming into training. That's
And they've of course showed massive character to come back from 2-1 down in extra time on Tuesday evening. How much does that show what this squad is about to you?
Honestly, the players will tell you that you know, as a staff, we've never questioned their character. We've never questioned their togetherness. Sometimes they let themselves down a little bit in certain periods of the games, but it doesn't surprise me if we then go 2-1 down against Sutton, that their spirit gets stronger and their togetherness gets stronger. And that's the beauty that we've got. You know, they're a very, very tight-knit group. What we want them to do, of course, we want them to be a bit more like that when it's 0-0 or we're 1-0 up. That's what we want.
And there's a quick turnaround, of course, now between Tuesday night and Saturday's game up at Hartlepool. Do you look at it as maybe a bit of a hindrance that we've also had a period of extra time to deal with?
Well, we've played teams before where they've had extra time and we've had a free week, and then all of a sudden you turn up on a Saturday and they seem to be stronger than you. And so knowing our players, we will be fine, we will be fresh, we're doing it right, we're taking everything into account, the amount of minutes that they've played and the amount of certain players didn't play much and so on. We took everything into account. I've got no doubt in my mind that on Saturday at 3 o'clock at Hartlepool's, we will have a fresh group ready for the fight.
And Hartlepool, of course, in a similar position to us in the league table. The game also gives us a chance to leapfrog them in the table. How tough a test are you expecting from that game?
Hartlepool's got one of the best squads, I think, in the division, and they've got a new manager, of course, Dave Chandler, that done a great job at Fylde, and so you know, we know it's going to be a tough game. Got some good players, but so have we. And you know, I know last season we had a tremendous result there. And that was a case of everything was probably not going our way until the last few minutes of the game, and again, that's a little bit of character, and that's what we've got. So I think Hartlepool's will respect what we're about. We certainly respect what they're about. They've got some outstanding players that we've got to watch.
And we've of course had some players returning to fitness now at a good time in the season. Are you able to give us any updates on them and any other potential players that will be back in the next couple of weeks? Yeah,
well, I think on Tuesday night we didn't want to take the risk with Manny because he'd been out for such a while, and then all of a sudden you then go and have to play 2 matches in 4 days, 2 hard games. Thankfully we got away with that one. I know he had to come on right at the end. Luke Kroll now looks as though he's had no reaction from a hard game on Tuesday. We're desperate to get more players fit, you know, and I'm hopeful that Boxing Day against Ebbsfleet we'll have 2 or 3 more names that are fit and raring to go. You know, we're missing Robbo a little bit, and Angelo and Sam Deering and so on. You know, and Harry Phipps I know is now starting to run around to get himself fit. So we're hopeful that you know, after Boxing Day we'll get ourselves you know, only having maybe 2 or 3 injuries in the squad of 23.
Yeah, brilliant. And just finally, it's good to see you now getting back to games and back to the training ground. Tell us a bit about how you're getting on.
Yeah, well, my knee's been, you know, it's not an operation I'd recommend, but it's one of those that you know eventually is going to get right. The cold weather don't help the bad knee. Everybody said to me, you know, don't get it done when it's cold, but I didn't have a choice on that. All of a sudden it had to happen. And I'm delighted it has happened, but it's put me out. I can't be on the training pitch for a month or so. But I really want to thank Terry and Jodie and Glenn Johnson and Jack the analyst, whatever, Neil the fitness coach, John Gowans. They've all worked exceptionally hard. They've all put another 10% in because they've been one body down, and they know I'm frustrated that I'm not around on the training pitch. Thankfully now I can start and get into matches, so at least I can see for myself the performances of the players. So I've got a bit more involvement, but as I say, I can't thank the staff enough for their efforts.